Garden in Thailand unveils a special elephant water throwing show for the upcoming Songkran Water Festival next week. Nong Nuch Tropical Garden in the seaside province of Chonburi says 20 elephants will join the water splashing fun, the most attractive feature of the Thai traditional New Year, in the garden's special schedule during April 12 to 18. Elephants will be in a procession of Buddha statue on flower floats. Jiraprit Sotprum Punlap, director of the Park Sale Division, said visitors can splash water with elephants every year. He assured that the pachyderms have undergone medical checkups so that water from the trunks would be safe. Each year, the park has drawn thousands of tourists since its debut as a tourist attraction. Fascinating Thai culture and traditional dances on the theme of Songkran will be presented within the garden compound. Besides the most popular elephant show, visitors will have an opportunity to see other performances such as religious ceremonies and martial arts, according to Jiraprit. In regular daily shows, the herd of elephants there demonstrates its intelligence and obedience, playing football, basketball and bowling dancing. A mango farmer beat his opponents in a mango sticky rice eating contest, gobbling 1 kilogram of the popular Thai dessert the fastest. The contest was organized by Ratchabat University, Cha Cheong Sao, in the peak of mango season as part of a local fair to promote local produce. Sweet rice with mango has become international favorite for its magnificent taste of well-blended ingredients. Somsak Wakli, who owns Far Wadi Mango Farm, started the competition as an utter underdog, as he is quite thin. But in less than 10 minutes, Somsak literally gulped down half a kilogram of fresh mango and half a kilogram of sticky rice to win 1,000 baht of cash prize. The winner said big eating was not his newfound talent. He could comfortably devour 6 bowls of noodle with soup. Celebrations started spectacularly to mark the 20th anniversary of the first Thai-Lao Friendship Bridge that links Thailand's Nong Khai province and Vientiane, the capital of Laos. They began in the middle of the bridge at 4:30 p.m. on April 5th. Nong Khai Governor Virat Limsuwat, Vientiane Governor Sukan Mahalat, Australian Ambassador to Laos John Williams and Australian Ambassador to Thailand James Wise took photographs to record the commemoration of the 20th anniversary of the transnational bridge. At 7 p.m. they launched the celebrations at Wat Michaita Temple by the Mekong River in Nong Khai Municipality. There were spectacular shows including fireworks, a laser show projecting pictures of serpent deity Naga, and performances in front of a water curtain relating to Naga and Thai-Lao relations. The event amazed participants and people on both sides of the Mekong River. A commemorative postage stamp marking the 20th anniversary of the bridge was also introduced. People in the southern Thai province of Chiang Mai revive a Lana-styled novice ordination ceremony. Parents had their 65 children be ordained in the Lana manner at Wat Phai Hin Temple of Chiang Mai. In the ceremony that had not been conducted for decades, the young dressed like little princes and rode the horses that stepped to the rhythm of flutes and drums from Wat Swat Tong Temple on Sutep Road on Wat Phai Hin at the foot of the Doi Sutep mountain. Apart from being revived and introduced to local people and tourists, the ceremony was also aimed at honoring the 87th birthday anniversary of His Majesty the King and allowing people to make donations and the young who were ordained to spend their school holidays constructively by learning Buddhism and meditation and being away from narcotics during their 15-day status as novices. Lat City and the Central Highlands are the main attraction center for the 2014 National Tourism Year. To draw in more tourists, the region is coming up with more tours that offer holidaymakers a chance to explore the local ethnic groups. An evening at the foot of the Lang Biang mountain in Lam Dong province, visitors listen to the rustic gong sounds of the Keho ethnic people and enjoyed their folk tales. Lam Dong province is probably best known for its capital of Dalat, often dubbed the City of Flowers. Blessed with moderate climate and a hilly landscape, Dalat has always stood out as a tourist destination in Vietnam. However, the tourism sector here recognizes that it can't rely on the beauty of the landscape alone. That's why more focus is being directed on products and services that center on the local ethnic groups. Beyond 2013 National Tourism Year, building tourism products around ethnic cultures will remain an enduring task for Lam Dong province. It's a task that will require researchers, managers and the local people themselves to give their inputs. Tan Minh Festival, also known as the Tomb Sweeping Festival or All Souls Day, is a sacred festival for Vietnamese people. Falling on April 5th, this is the time when people go out to enjoy the greenery of springtime and tend to the graves of departed ones to show their respect. Dai Nguyen Pagoda is the resting place for Vietnamese people who passed away in Laos. The Vietnamese living in Vientiane flock here every year during the Tan Minh Festival to light incense and participate in a prayer ceremony led by the pagoda's monks. Like in previous years, Kim Oa, a third-generation Vietnamese living in Laos, will visit the pagoda together with her family to pay her respects to her late grandparents. This is the 5th year the Vietnamese community in Vientiane, in cooperation with monks and Buddhist followers, have held a requiem ceremony for those resting in this cemetery. Many of them were soldiers who passed away at the time of the Tan Minh Festival while fighting to defend their national sovereignty. Tan Minh Festival is celebrated on the 104th day after the winter solstice, usually occurring around April 4th to 5th. No matter where Vietnamese people live in the world, this festival is always remembered and celebrated as an indispensable part of their heritage. Rare and ancient artifacts from Myanmar will appear outside the once repressed country for the first time ever. The priceless religious sculptures were loaned to the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. The artifacts will appear in a new exhibition called Lost Kingdoms, Hindu-Buddhist sculpture of early Southeast Asia, 5th to 8th century.
We were very honoured that the Minister for Culture and the government of Myanmar consented to our request to borrow some enormously important objects, first millennium objects belonging to the early Pew culture of central Myanmar, and we presented those here for the first time.
Until 2012, Myanmar had been closed off to the West. The small country is in the process of political and economic transition after 49 years of military rule. Among the ancient sculptures on display is the 4th century sandstone throne from central Myanmar. The throne is an example of the various religions respected in ancient Myanmar.
The sculpture you're looking at beyond my shoulder is arguably the oldest sculpture in the exhibition. It probably dates to around the 4th century AD, and it bears witness to the practice of both Hinduism and Buddhism, one treated on each side of the relief, in the ancient city of Sisestra. We know that the kings, the ruling household there, had assumed Sanskrit names, and that those names suggest that they were followers of Vishnu, but also it's also clear that they patronized Buddhism as well. So both things were coexisting in what appears to have been a harmonious way. They were not mutually exclusive.
Also on display is a Kinba relic chamber cover from 6th century. The sandstone slab is an example of the ancient Pew's Buddhist beliefs. 3 fired clay Buddha sculptures ranging from the 7th to 9th centuries reveal how Buddhists could accrue religious favor. In addition to the sculptures from Myanmar, the exhibition also features Buddha sculptures from Vietnam. Art from Cambodia and Malaysia is also on display. The Lost Kingdoms exhibition will be on display at the Metropolitan Museum of Art from April 14 until July 27, 2014. Cambodia's ancient Angkor Wat has become the latest historic site to be digitally mapped by Google for armchair tourists to visit online. The site, which comprises hundreds of temples dating back to the 9th century, joins the Taj Mahal and the Grand Canyon in Google's collection of iconic global destinations. Google unveiled its Street View imagery of the iconic site of Angkor on Google Maps and the Google Cultural Institute's World Wonders project on April 3rd, with the strong support of the Ministry of Tourism of Cambodia and the Apsara National Authority. Through Street View, the world can now virtually roam through Angkor's historic temples and experience the sites, structures and carvings through rich 360-degree digital imagery. Google says they covered the site as completely as possible, using cars to drive around the area, staff to carry the mobile Street View tracker to hike around the complex, and tripods to carefully photograph the interiors of Angkor's temples. With over 90,000 panoramas of new imagery, this is one of Street View's largest digital renderings of a World Heritage Site to date. Manik Gupta, Group Product Manager for Google Maps, described the technology involved. The imagery will also be available on the Google Cultural Institute's World Wonders project, where users can zoom into details on famous artistic carvings such as the churning of the Sea of Milk or the Battle of Kurukshetra. Art lovers can also admire nearly 300 pieces of Angkor-related objects that already exist on the Cultural Institute, such as black and white photography of the temples from the 1940s, as well as artists' renderings of what life may have been like in medieval Angkor. Street View is a popular feature of Google Maps, already available in 55 countries, that allows people to virtually explore and navigate a neighborhood right on the map through 360-degree panoramic street-level images. Since 2013, Google has been driving streets of Cambodia for future inclusion within Google Maps. This activity represents a long-term investment with the objective of capturing imagery across Cambodia over the next few years. The Google Cultural Institute is dedicated to creating technology that helps the world's cultural community bring their treasures, archives, heritage sites and other material online. Featuring more than 356 exhibits from 455 partners worldwide, the Cultural Institute aims to increase the range and volume of material from the cultural world that is available for people to explore online, and in doing so to make it accessible and preserve it for future generations. Google hopes that bringing Street View to Cambodia will provide Cambodians with more relevant and useful online map services, help foster the country's economic development through better maps, and raise awareness of the country as an emerging destination for visitors around the world.